Hi everyone, it's Cara back. Thanks for joining me today for my art journal page. So I've got this page in my Dina Wakley media journal. It's the one with the black cover. So it's got canvas page, this kind of cotton rag page that I'm working on now, Hessian and craft paper. And what I wanted to achieve was kind of a watercolourish splat across my page. Now, I quite often do it with a bit of like cellophane, but I didn't have any to hand. So I've used this plastic covered piece of card from some packaging and it's worked okay. And when it dries, I actually really like the kind of mottled effect that I get with this. So what I've done is I've started off with some paper artsy paint. I can't remember the colour off the top of my head, but I will pop that in the description for you in case you're interested. It already had on the bottom of that page like a piece of sort of stenciling where I'd cleaned a stencil previously in like a dark blue colour. I believe it might have been night because I used to just stick to my Dina Wakley products in my Dina Wakley journals, but I don't do that anymore. So it's probably night. And so that was just a clean off of a stencil on the underneath. So I've just kind of used that as the base for this, picking this sort of dark purple colour. So as you can see, I splattered that on and then I added a little bit more water just to kind of soften the edges. And now I've grabbed out a couple more of my purples, which again, I will list the colours below. This stencil is a cheapo stencil. I'm over in the UK at the moment visiting my folks and I didn't bring any stencils with me, obviously because I don't want to bring them here and then take them back home to Morocco. So I purchased a couple of very cheap stencils, which are literally the two that you see me using now. So that nice circly one and this kind of brick pattern one. And I'm just using my blending tool to kind of smush that paint through to give my background a little bit more effect. In the purple, again, I will list the exact colours, but they're all paper artsy paints. And then in this red, which I think is called Cherry Lips, but again, it might be lipstick something. So yeah. Then as I've got some paint left, I decided to also put some spatter on, which I quite often do. So I'm just watering down that paint that I've already got there, dipping my paintbrush into it and adding some spatter. I am drying between layers just so that I don't mess them up, or, you know, if I was going to put my blending tool through and the bottom layer wasn't dry, obviously it would have smudged all that bottom layer. Now, I did have some background style stamps left here at my parents' house, well, in our camper van, which is parked at my parents' house. So I have got some stamps here. These are, this is just a basic text stamp. And then I've got some circles and some dots, which I use, which are all from very, very cheap stamp sets, probably either from Temu or from the USA when we went and visited Hobby Lobby. They are not the stamps that are on the backing board there. That's a Tracy Scott insert for stamps. It is not those stamps. So don't think I've used Tracy Scott stamps and try and look for them, because it is just some cheap stamps. And I've used the paper artsy Tracy Scott piece of card because they're nice and like they're covered, aren't they? They're plasticky, so the stamps stick nicely to them. So just in 3 areas across my page, I did the stenciling, as you can see, in the purple and the red. And then again, I used those stamps, a script stamp, a circle stamp, and then I've got like a circle with like a squiggly line through it. And I just did everything in 3 stages. Now, when I sat down to paint today, I was in kind of an abstract mood. I wasn't going to put anything else on this page. And then I thought I'd have a little look through my Face It book, which is a Collage Soup book, just to see if anything sort of jumped out to me. Now, this lady's face jumped out to me, so I figured I would use that. What you see me doing here is heating up the spine of the book. Now, if you heat up the spine of your book and sort of push the pages really open, you can get a nice clean tear. Mine started off well, and then I kind of, I don't know, lost patience with it. I'm not sure. Perhaps I should have heated it a little bit more. But I did get a clean-ish rip out. But as I said, if you heat up the spine of your book and tear carefully, you will get a clean rip out of those books. It does tell you to do that as well in the either front or back of each of the Collage Soup books. So just have a little read if you want to get nice clean pages ripped out of your book. Anyway, I have a little bit of a audition here for this little girl, or lady, should I say, to see if I really want her there. And I do look through one other collage book that I've got. I then also consider, again, not putting anything there. Then I decide, actually, I like her there. And I realise I've got a Stabilo All pencil with me, so I can extend her out rather than have her kind of floating on my page there. So I'm just using some Peacoat matte gel medium to stick my lady down, because this is like a cotton, I think Dina calls them cotton rag pages. But anyway, because it is quite textured, so I feel that using a glue stick, it would not stick properly. So I am using the wet matte gel medium here and then drying off. I also do put a little bit over the top of her to help seal that image in. And then I just dry her off. So that's a really simple page. As I said, I did extend her out a little bit with a bit of Stabilo All, and I do water activate that to give it the kind of soft smushy look. And then I believe I do some edges with that as well. I'm really happy with how this turned out. She's obviously not perfect. I didn't draw her in to be perfect, but I love her. And I've decided to call it Overload because that's what it feels like in my brain a lot of the time. So I hope you enjoyed this process video. It is a very quick one. It's a very simple page. I am limited on with products here in the UK. But once I get back to Morocco, I'll be doing some more detailed pages. Although I do love a quick, simple page every now and then. So this was about half hour sat at my crafting table, and I really enjoyed my time. So thank you very much for watching today. If you feel the need to, please like and subscribe. Give me a comment down below. I love hearing what you guys have to say. And I will, of course, reply to you guys. Don't forget to check me out on Instagram as well. Other than that, I will see you again next Friday at 5 p.m. for your Friday Art Escape. I'll leave you with a little close-up and I'll say goodbye for now. Thanks very much, everyone. Bye.